Professor Florence Obi of the Faculty of Education has broken a 45-year jinx by emerging the very first female Vice-Chancellor-elect of the University of Calabar, Cross River State.
First in many ways, delectable, energetic, workaholic, and ebullient first female Vice-Chancellor University of Calabar.
Professor Florence Obi.
Professor Florence Banku Obi.
Our golden mother.
Checker, Professor Florence Obi.
Professor Florence Obi.
It is my pleasure, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the first female and 11th Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Professor Florence Banku Obi. A common global movie. Thank you.
In the rolling hills of Bansan, Osokom, Boki, a young girl began a journey that would one day transform classrooms, communities, and a university. Professor Florence Banku Obi's childhood was shaped in a home where diligence, integrity, and service were not merely taught but lived. Those values would become the moral foundation upon which she built her life, her career, and her legacy. Her educational journey began at St. Bridget's Primary School, Osokom, where she earned her first school leaving certificate in 1969. Even at that early stage, her years there were marked by curiosity, excellence, and a visible passion for learning, qualities that earned her recognition as a standout pupil destined for greater heights. That same passion led her to St. Thomas's Teachers Training College in Ogoja. There, she distinguished herself not only as an academically outstanding student, but also a natural leader. As class representative, she championed inclusivity, academic support, and excellence, already revealing the character of the woman she would become. It was during her teaching practice that another defining quality emerged. She impressed evaluators with innovative lesson plan and child-centered pedagogy, transforming struggling pupils into confident problem solvers. Often, she used locally sourced materials to enhance learning, proving that excellence is not only dependent on abundance, but on vision, empathy, and commitment. In her work, empathy blended naturally with academic rigor, a hallmark that would define her work for decades to come.
My mom is a very disciplined woman, very disciplined woman. And she's a goal-getter. She's very caring in that discipline. And she creates timetable for everything you want to do. She has the fear of God. You can't miss church in my house. There's no excuse. You can't miss church. You can't miss morning prayer. It's compulsory. You know, you cannot miss that. So she's a woman with a fear of God, and very caring. And then she loves schooling. She loves education. She invested so much in us. The four of us, she invested so much. Even in herself, it was not easy. And I used to tell people that everything about us changed when my mom had a PhD. You know, from that time, a lot of things changed. And it was not easy for her to get a PhD. She needed to starve herself and provide for us and invest the little left for her own self to guarantee our own future. And I'm sure it's the benefit of that investment we are reaping today.
In 1983, she graduated with distinctions in key subjects, earning her recognitions as one of the college's standout students and setting the pace for a future defined by excellence. To this day, she credits St. Thomas's College for shaping her ethos and keeping her grounded. That influence remains visible in her continued commitment to mentoring young teachers and advocating for child-friendly classrooms and critical thinking. Still driven by a burning zeal to broaden her knowledge, she took the next decisive step in her academic journey. After 1 year of teaching at Holy Child Primary School, Igoli, Ogoja, she gained admission almost immediately to the University of Jos, becoming one of the few traditional St. Thomas's College students to do so. There, she earned a bachelor's degree in special education in 1988, followed by a Master of Education in Special Education from the same institution. But her pursuit of knowledge did not end there. Between 1992 and 1993, her quest for excellence took her abroad, where she obtained a postgraduate certificate in education from Jordan Hill College of Education, Glasgow, UK. This was made possible by a scholarship funded by the World University Service (WUS), the Worldwide Fund for Nature (WWF), and the Nigerian Conservation Foundation (NCF). Upon returning to Nigeria, she completed her PhD in the Psychology of Education at the University of Calabar in 2002. With that formidable academic foundation firmly in place, she was now prepared for what would become a lifetime of scholarship, service, and transformative leadership in Nigerian education.
I met her when we were interviewing her. She said she was on sabbatical leave in University of Education, Winneba, in Ghana. That was where we met in 2005. And we have since turned from friends to sisters that can look each other in the face and tell them your comfortable truths.
I love teaching. I enjoy teaching. It's my passion. And whenever I'm in a classroom, I feel at home with my students. I just relax and flow with them. It's just one of the best professions as far as I'm concerned. Even if I call my next generation, I choose to be a teacher. Because I just love being among young people, forming them, transforming them, and making them to become human beings. Has given me joy so much.
If her early years revealed promise, her academic career would reveal purpose. Her journey in higher education was marked by excellence, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to shaping lives. As a teacher, a researcher, a mentor, Professor Florence Banku Obi influenced generations of students not only through knowledge but through the values of integrity, perseverance, and leadership. In 1990, even before the UK scholarship, she began her academic career as an assistant lecturer at the Institute of Education, University of Calabar. It was the beginning of a remarkable journey within the institution. She would later become the lead. After returning from the United Kingdom, she extended her expertise beyond the lecture hall by leading WWF NCF-funded community programs that promoted environmental awareness and inclusive education initiatives. This phase of her work reflected the enduring truth about her calling. Education for her was never confined to classrooms alone. It was always a tool for wider social transformation. Her dedication, scholarship, and consistency steadily earned her distinctions. By 2007, she was promoted to Professor of Special Needs Education, a recognition of both her academic contribution and her deep commitment to inclusive learning. As a professor, she taught and mentored countless undergraduate and postgraduate students at the University of Calabar, supervising numerous postgraduate diploma projects, master's theses, and PhD dissertations. Through those years of teaching and supervision, she did more than build academic careers. She helped shape confidence, purpose, and leadership in countless lives. That same spirit of excellence naturally drew her to leadership positions. Over the years, Her administrative journey saw her serve in virtually every major role within the university, from HOD of departments to Dean, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, and ultimately the 11th and first female substantive Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar. Her impact as an educator would also receive continental recognition. In 2022, she was recognized as a distinguished teacher by the Africa Federation of Teaching Regulatory Authorities, AFTRA, and was honored as a fellow of the organization. That distinction made her the third Nigerian to receive the honor from AFTRA.
Very hardworking, dedicated, and she very detailed. If there's anything I admire her for is whatever you're bringing to her, be sure you can explain it. In fact, there are instances where I bring accounts to her to look at, and she, even though she's not an accountant, she will detect some areas areas to me, and so now I ensure that whatever I'm bringing to her, I'll look at it again and again. I can explain all the details. So I think I give it to her. She's very hardworking.
She's courageous, and she's unafraid to make tough decisions, to ruffle feathers, to upturn the status quo as it was, to get things done. She's unafraid to reset systems that have become entrenched in practices that are not so helpful or even inimical to the growth and reposition the University of Calabar eventually by these actions of hers for the realities of a digital age. So her firmness, her ability that desire not to budge, to get things done and get them done right, enabled her to begin that journey to reposition the University of Calabar for the realities of the digital age. I give her the applause. She gave innovators like myself the freedom to think boldly and their mandate to execute audacious visions. Working with her strengthened my belief that when visionary leadership meets disruptive innovation, institutions rise and lives changes and systems are transformed.
A vibrant nature, because you see, there is a way that she makes the whole place to come alive once she's there. Her enthusiasm is catching, and you find that you don't want to be seen as the one who is not working, because you know she always puts her whole mind and soul into whatever she's doing, and this has rubbed off on everyone around her, so that once she comes, everyone is working.
It is her toughness, it is also her flexibility, it is her humaneness, yet firmness. So all of these, make her somebody who is so distinct and distinguished.
Determination to ensure that when there is a task to accomplish, it must be accomplished. And that grace to make sure that everyone working with her flows according to her pace. We must deliver on time.
Try the infrastructures, Pavilion 2, 3 at the library. She brought them down and turned it around to look like a university structure. A structure that can fit in anywhere in academics.
Kind of intimacy she developed between staff and students, and then the vision to change prospects of the university, especially in the area of students' results, and also in the area of appointments of personnel to drive our vision.
From 2020 to 2025, it is an experience that cannot be deleted in a hurry. It has taught me uprightness further, it has taught me to be on my toes, and it has taught me to be accountable.
The first ever female Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar, who has transformed the university in every area. I'm sure you can see, because it's clear, it's crystal clear.
Professor Florence Banku Obi has impressed me. She is very, very good. And because of that, she has put our university in the world map.
She's a lady with vision, strength and vigor, focused, dedicated, and committed to everything that she does.
I don't know how to appreciate the Vice-Chancellor, but I can see why she was appointed. Madam Professor Florence Obi, may God continue to grant you more wisdom.
There is no way you satisfy everybody. But I thank you for doing your best, putting in all you had to do. I mean, the departments you actually created and opened up and then followed it off.
The most rewarding part for me is when I see my students somewhere as big chief executive. After graduation, they get into good positions and I meet them.
Yet even, that is only part of her story. For Professor Obi, leadership has never been about titles, offices, or the walls of an institution. Her impact extends far beyond the campus, reaching into communities, families, and the lives of those who look to her as a model of courage and possibility. Through mentorship, community service, and advocacy, she has demonstrated and continues to demonstrate that true leadership carries a responsibility to society. That conviction found expression in public service when she served as Commissioner for Women's Affairs, championing initiatives that empowered women and strengthened communities. In that role, as in so many others, she became a voice for inclusion, dignity, and opportunities. And through her life and example, she inspires generations of women to break barriers in academia and leadership, proving that glass ceilings can indeed be shattered. But behind the public achievements is also a woman whose strength is deeply personal. A devoted wife, mother, and grandmother, she draws strength and inspiration from her family, whom she described as her greatest source of joy. It is from that wellspring of love and stability that she has continued to serve with grace, resilience, and humanity.
My mom is a very disciplined woman, very disciplined woman. And she's a goal-getter. She's very caring in that discipline. And she creates timetable for everything you want to do. She has the fear of God. So all her life she invested in us, her children. And I want to thank God that I'm sure she will be proud that we have not disappointed her. The university environment will know that the woman came from the hill forest of Boki and took the university environment by storm, and she left a mark. We are proud of her.
Professor Florence Obi is more of a disciplined woman, and at least I remember my first month in office, it was not easy. Every day, she keeps telling me my leadership style, I need to improve, and she was easy on me knowing that I've not held such position before in life. So at some point, after all, the state change is constant in life, so even adaptation, at some point I've adapted into the leadership role.
The very thing that Professor Florence Obi has done, especially for the female gender, has been to show us strength, to show us again and again that a woman can rule and a woman can do it so well. Not just so well, excellently well.
Professor Obi came into office with a deep, unmistakable desire to reposition the University of Calabar for global competitiveness. As a professor of education with decades of transformative administrative experience, including her exposure to visionary leaders like Governor Donald Duke, she came in with a whole lot of experience. She understood that modern universities thrive on innovation and not tradition.
She has this God-given talent of leadership. She's so generous and very focused and determined. If you know where she came from, she would have reached the level she attained in life if she wasn't hardworking. From a very humble background, but very determined, and also saw her future very clear. Becoming a vice-chancellor, to me, I'm not surprised because it's what she planned. She started. Even in her career, she wasn't joking. Sometimes some of us will leave and join politics. She was very focused. This is what I want. Thank God, God gave it to her.
Her courage, her mode of work, her resilience, her attitude, her doggedness, her positive spirit. You can never work with her and still remain the same.
It's like my mother. She brought me here 2016 when she was DVC academic. We began to work.
Right from when she was in her personal office in the Institute of Education, which today is used as Unical Radio. We moved from there to Faculty of Education, where she became the Dean of Education. I have always been with her. I've learned a lot from her, so many things, how it's good to mentor people. She have an integrity, she supports, she moves out for people. She's always there for everybody. And I learned a lot. I feel she's the best woman on earth that I should work with. And I always flow in with her. I'm so happy to work with her as my boss and as a son. She took me not just as her PA, but as a son. And she showed me that motherly love. So I'm so happy working with her.
In general, we had a good working relationship, and there was never a time I met her concerning student issues or student-related issues that even if we disagree, but she'd always come around to see how we can, come to a compromise and sort out those issues.
She's a very wonderful administrator, very intelligent, focus-driven, goal-oriented, and most importantly, I'd say she has the best interest of the students.
Well, working with Professor Florence Obi has been so demanding because she is the type that believes that the reward for hard work is more work. And working with Professor Florence Obi, you must ensure that you achieve results because she is a go-getter. She is result-oriented. She doesn't like excuses. Her smiles when you accomplish a task is so contagious and it gives you peace of mind. So I've learned to always go forward, always push further, and always giving my best, because in giving my best, I've learned the experience of dealing with everybody and achieving results at the same time.
Leadership is ultimately measured by the footprints it leaves behind and by the future it makes possible. When Professor Florence Banku Obi assumed office as the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar in December 2020, she stepped into leadership at a defining moment in the university's history. Her tenure would become one marked by vision, reform and transformation, all driven by her 21-point reformation agenda for the University of Calabar. At the center of that agenda was a clear commitment to build a university that worked better, moved faster, and reached farther, and served more efficiently. Under her leadership, teaching and learning systems were modernized. The ICT backbone was strengthened. The timely release of results became a defining feature of her administration. Digital systems for examinations and results were made more efficient. Together, these reforms ensured that students graduated on time and were better prepared for the future. Her administration also advanced a broader academic renewal. Curricula was expanded, new departments were introduced, new faculties were established, global partnerships were strengthened. At the same time, the university adopted an improved stance against sexual harassment, reinforcing environments of safety, accountability and inclusion. This reform soon translated into measurable progress.
So we wanted to thank her especially for the new hostels, especially for 10, 11, 12. I don't know which company she's working with, the internet, that is the Wi-Fi that we have in our hostels. So I like that a lot. And it has also reduced my data consumption as a student.
And for the light in hostel, if I don't have light off camp, I'm always going to our hostel to charge my phones.
Exactly. Yeah, we're always having light. There's always light, yeah. So we're very grateful for that and want to tell her thank you for her service and everything she has done. So bye ma.
Making the girls see that yes, women too can be leaders and not just leaders that want to just think about themselves only. Yeah, leaders that can influence something, leaders that can see people's pain, people's cry, and like working. So I remember one time like they were doing protests concerning the hostel, and she actually saw that and she worked on it.
New hostels she has built. We really love her constructions and everything she has done for this school.
Like the new buildings, NSLT, hostel, and other infrastructure that she has improved for us. It really made our life better. Thank you.
We don't used to have lecture venues. Yeah. The PAV 3 and PAV 4 were nothing to write home about. Yeah. Well, we can see the improvement right now. Yeah. Everything is looking all classy. Yeah. And also the new policies she has brought in, especially when it comes to assessing your portal. Before now, a lot of students used to get dropped even in their year 1 until their final year. They don't know what happens. But then she was able to bring in a system whereby you can follow up your results and also know where you stand.
We won't forget the incredible infrastructure that she came to do, the renewal of infrastructures, abandoned project that she came to complete. I mean, there was a whole lot. And even the ones she built new, like the hostels and other academic lecture halls that she came, to build for the students.
Let me also congratulate you on the management, the entire management, the staff and students of this university. What you are doing today, you may not know. But in years to come, you will know that you have written your name good.
Student population surged significantly, including international students from Ghana and Cameroon, reinforcing the university's growing global outlook. Academic performance improved remarkably. Nearly all programs received accreditation from the National Universities Commission (NUC), while research output increased significantly with faculties publishing in reputable national and international journals. The results were visible in national standing as well. Unical now ranks first nationally for population of female professors, sits among the top 3 for female student enrollment, ranks 8th in the NUC League and top 5 for research outputs. In the same period, 18 distinguished staff members were promoted to the esteemed ranks of professor and associate professor, bringing the total number of promotion from 2020 to 2025 to 6,637. But the transformation of her tenure was not only seen in policies, rankings, and academic statistics. It was also visible in the changing faces of the campus itself.
We are so proud of the Vice-Chancellor. We are proud, I'm personally very proud of her, because to me she's a role model. She has helped a lot of us to look up and set targets for ourselves and work extremely very hard, because we are working hard. I bet we are emulating her. We wish to be like her one day. That's why some of us are not sleeping. After closing from work, we still go back to sit on our study and continue to write and then put things in order so we can publish. So the University of Calabar, Golden Vice-Chancellor, Mommy, we love you, and all the people from pre-degree here in University of Calabar, the staff, the students, love you and wish you well. Thank you.
I have learned a lot, especially about human beings and human nature. It's been a school for me. And I have learned about the traverse of leaders. I have known also that leadership goes with a whole lot of challenges, not just responsibility, but challenges, especially with the advent of social media. Leaders today are judged by the whims and caprices of the people there in the society, not based on what actually they are doing, but on what they perceive or what they think. So I've learned so much. So when I hear today and I hear stories about leaders in positions, people castigating them, I think I will be very slow to join in castigating any leader, because now I understand that perhaps 2/3 of the stories of these things they say about the leaders aren't true, because it happened to me. Most of the things they said were just stories and people will fabricate just because they don't like your face. So I have learned about human nature, that people come to you because they seek a favor from you, but behind you they say different things. I have also known that once you are in leadership position, you just block your ears to what they say and remain focused. Otherwise, you'll be very derailed.
The Florence Obi administration recorded a remarkable physical transformation through both new and previously abandoned projects. Among these were the completion of Hall 12 Hostel, the completion of the Media Arts Studio, the construction and furnishing of the multi-purpose Hall of Fame, the renovation of the Hall 2 Annex, and the rehabilitation of internal roads and construction of campus culverts, the renovation of several student hostels and the rehabilitation of NSLT 5, the renovation of extension of the medical center, and the installation of a 24/7 solar hydropower system. In all, up to 37 projects were executed, grouped into capital, tax fund, needs, donor, and IGR project. Improved lighting, water systems, and general campus maintenance further reflected an administration committed to creating a more functional, more welcoming, and more responsive university environment.
When she came on board, we have no road on this campus. By this time, you cannot stay in the campus again because there will be no lights. Security was very, very poor, but immediately she came on board, she started working on these things. By today, you can bear me witness, our roads, you can drive around the university closing your eyes, light, till anytime you want to go, you go from the university with the light on. And security has been minimized, it's no longer the way it was before. And again, in my own area as a director of Dobok, businesses are now very, very clear everywhere. When she came on board, everywhere was meant to be marketing. But today, she has segmented the market.
The present Vice-Chancellor, I described her as a woman who hates to see uncompleted projects.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because you can see all the buildings that were left uncompleted, it's as though you rarely see buildings that are not completed now.
So her legacy lives on in terms of infrastructure. Her legacy lives on in terms of the result portal. Her legacy lives on in terms of the solar village that powers light to everybody in the university. Her legacy lives on in terms of commitment to work and how staff are concentrating and focused. Her legacy lives on in terms of her zero tolerance, even though in that aspect we didn't get it 100% or she didn't get it 100%. She was able to set a standard to be sure that staff respect the rules of not turning the University of Calabar into a marketplace. That alone and others can speak for her even beyond her stay and even when she leaves to take a further bow to the society, to serve Nigeria, to serve our country, or even after her retirement. Her legacy will live on in those aspects and many more.
There was no way for students to assess their result. Maybe sometimes a student can stay up to like 4 years without getting access to his or her result. But now she made an avenue for students to assess their result once exams and tests have been written and recorded by the different lecturers.
As many of you may know, engineering and technology wasn't accredited for quite a while, and we had so many issues with our students, the whole NUC and Koren. But thanks to her efforts as the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Calabar, we can confidently beat our chest and boast that the Faculty of Engineering, 5 out of the 7 departments are fully accredited by not just NUC but Koren as well.
There's power to power whatever. We were like, the University of Calabar was like slaves in the hands of NEPA because of the bills. Today we have light. You can stay in the office and work till 6 o'clock. You wouldn't even know because of the convenience that you have in the office.
Thank you for the students' welfare. I know it was a priority for you, the staff. In fact, even the digitalization of University of Calabar system, the result and everything. There's a lot to talk about, but I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we wish you well in your future endeavors.
Without blowing my trumpet, I think I have done well. I have left the university better, far better than the system I met. And today I'm very proud that the ovation is very high, it's very loud as I'm taking my bow. And I have done so. And I've given women a position. Many women today, they want to come to Unical. I'm sure people will say, let's give them more opportunity. Because as the first female, I justified that. I did. And so I feel very fulfilled, happy, elated, proud, and satisfied.
As her tenure progressed, the scale of that transformation became impossible to ignore. Towards the end of her tenure, she was fondly called the Golden Vice-Chancellor as the University of Calabar celebrated its 50th anniversary. It was a title born not only of admiration, but also of visible results and a deep sense of gratitude from the university community. The week-long celebration attracted prominent Nigerians, distinguished alumni, and members of the university community. Among the notable attendees were the Senate President, Deputy Speaker, distinguished senators, ministers, and other national leaders. A powerful reflection of both the institution's significance and the moment it was celebrating. Then came yet another milestone. During the 37th convocation ceremony, the university graduated 14,226 students, the highest number of graduates in its history. It was a fitting symbol of her administration, a tenure defined by growth, renewal, visibility, and a renaissance that left the University of Calabar stronger than she met it.
I feel a sense of fulfillment, and especially that this is my very last convocation.
Absolutely.
And I think the convocation so far and all the activities have gone very well to the glory of God.
Absolutely.
I feel fulfilled, more so that I am the Vice-Chancellor when the University of Calabar is marking its 50th anniversary. And so as the Golden Vice-Chancellor, what else do I ask for than just to say I'm happy, I thank God, I'm fulfilled. And you can see that today we graduated the highest number of graduates for the history of the university the past 50 years.
Amazing.
Not in a combined convocation. In fact, we have had combined convocations where we have less than 8,000 students, when we have less than 6,000 students. But today, single convocation, we have more than 13,000 students. And if we are to add with the figure of tomorrow, we'll be talking about 14,000 students. So I feel really, really fulfilled. Especially too, that I produced 69 first class, highest again in the history of this university. And what else will I ask God? That to say thank you for the opportunity to be of service in this university as a Vice-Chancellor.
How does it feel being live at the 37th convocation ceremony of the University of Calabar?
Well, these are programs we attended 2 in 1, the 37th convocation and the 50 years anniversary of the university. We have come a long way.
Absolutely.
We thank Allah for all his favors. We thank all the predecessors who were here, who contributed in one way or the other to the development of this university. And I thank my present Vice-Chancellor. I thank the President of the country who appointed me the Chancellor. And I thank everybody who is here to make it possible. I think it is a very unique occasion that we'll continue to appreciate till the end of time.
Amazing, amazing. So during the course of the convocation, what has been your highlight so far?
Well, the highlight is seeing a lot of people, graduating. Because all my life I've always worked towards seeing younger generation growing, society become good leaders of tomorrow. So the fact that I saw so many young women and men doing what they are doing after the graduation, I think that is what is more inspirational to me than any other thing.
Amazing.
And on top of it, we have some little ups and downs along the way, but that is how God wants it. Nobody can change that. But we thank God at the end of the day, they have succeeded and taken into account. This is the first time over 13,000 graduates graduated.
Yeah.
It's a thing of joy, and we continue to pray. Praying in the next year we'll have more than 20,000 by God's grace.
I wish her the best. She's going to rest, not to wait up. You won't. No. You've done your interview. She's going to rest and relax and enjoy, like she said, enjoy her children and her grandchildren. She has nine grandchildren. They need their grandmother. She'll move from here to there, playing with them.
Mommy, you are a go-getter. Keep it up. Wherever you go to, carry that same spirit of I must get it, I must get it, I must get it. God bless you, Mommy.
I wish you the best of life.
I know she's going to do very well in the second phase of life. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are waiting for her to take her up, give her responsibility.
Wherever she goes to, she will even do better than what she had done for University of Calabar. We've been praying together. I've been praying on my own.
Thank you.
For her. I get worried when I hear, people talk, but I refuse to tell her. I keep praying. I keep defending. Wherever I want to tell you, as you leave, the Lord will order your steps in line with His will for your life.
I wish that God will grant all the requests of her heart, because I know she equally has plans, and that all she had set her hands and her heart to do, that God will grant all her desires. In the mighty name of Jesus.
Every chapter must come to an end, but some chapters do not simply close, they continue to illuminate the path ahead. Professor Florence Banku Obi's leadership proved that progress is possible, inclusiveness is powerful, and service remains the highest form of authority. Her tenure as Vice-Chancellor beginning in 2020 was defined by digital innovation, infrastructural development, enhanced research capacity, and an unwavering commitment to gender inclusivity. Through these, she helped shape an institution that could better respond to the demand of a changing world. Under her leadership, the University of Calabar became not merely a citadel of learning, but a thriving community where students, staff, and faculty were empowered to excel. And that may well be the deepest measure of her legacy. For many, she will be remembered as an accomplished scholar. For others, a reformer, a pathfinder, and a visionary leader. But for young girls watching her story unfold, she remains something even more powerful. Living proof that no dream is too distant and no height is beyond reach.
I walked this path with purpose.
served with my whole heart, and gave my very best. May every young girl out there know that there are no ceilings in life, only doors waiting to be opened. With gratitude, with fulfillment, with peace and unwavering faith, I bow out, proud to have been Madam Vice-Chancellor.